All right, y'all, we're gonna watch this video here about how alpha male coaches are scammers. I have an idea about where this is gonna go, so let's just go with it. Let's see what Omar got to say. I think this is gonna be a good one. Make sure I drop a file to the Twitch to pull it to the live stream and be a part of the conversation. I love to just talk about random stuff with y'all. You know, we play some games, we react to some videos, we react to music. Feel free to give me some suggestions in the comments. All my socials are in the not the Discord, but my socials in the Discord link is pinned in the comments in the link tree. Hey man, let's get into it.
Let's take you, for example, and me, and we both pull up and we go to your girl. Odds are I'm gonna take that. If you
Bro, I swear, the people that like this type of content, these gurus, half of them gotta have humiliation kinks. I'm gonna keep it above. Like, let's be honest. Because the way that these gurus, from Kevin Samuels to Andrew Tate, this guy, every single one I've heard, Jordan Peterson, the whole red pill, like, it's a bunch of dudes that like getting humiliated and emasculated by other men. Like, please let me pay you so you can tell me how trash and worthless I am. Like, bro.
You compared me to you, you're not gonna win that battle. So,
bro, these dudes try to make other dudes impressed by them having women that are only around them for money and clout, and then they get surprised when women are only around them for money or clout. Like, that's the part of the logic that don't make sense to me.
the next time you think that your girl's on lock, I got the keys to the castle, motherfucker.
In today's day and age, with so much,
because you're getting women that want you for money. Because trust me, what's that Nas lyric he told Jay-Z? Well, you think you getting bitches now because of your looks? Like,
fluidity going on and so many interpretations of it. It is hard for a lot of people to pin down exactly what it means to be a man. A lot of people have insecurities that are being preyed on by different grifters on the internet on a day-to-day basis. A lot of depictions, a lot of criticizing, a lot of chastising. It's just tough to really decide. Because of that, this has created a plethora of avenues in order for people to take advantage of you or anybody that's unsuspecting and that's questioning themselves in 2024. They claim to have the solution to make you achieve what you need that you are missing in your life in order to take that next step from becoming boys to men. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you men's improvement camps.
No junk food, no
please,
women, no parties, and no alcohol.
It's like summer camp, but for grown insecure men. Oh my god.
Place banned everything that is.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Andrew Tate low-key had one of these where he charged dudes like 5,000 to 10,000 to be in the what did he call them? Top G seminars. Well, they weren't even doing all. He didn't even bother to like throw no exercise or none of that in there. But oh man, God, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad.
It's an exclusive venue hidden in the mountains of Bali that is perfect for the guys who want a place to focus 100% on their goals without distractions. Hundreds of.
But why do you need other people? I mean, I understand community and everything, but like, you can't do this by yourself. And I just wonder, what is the price tag on all this?
Successful businessmen, top-tier athletes, and self-development enthusiasts have already joined the community and completely changed their lives. But not anyone can join. To enter, you need to submit an application to prove that you are dedicated enough to be a part of the community.
Please, someone please show me an application. I gotta see it. I got to. I'm just dying to know.
Here.
Now, I don't know if you could tell based off of the AI voice, this is totally meant to be satire. Thinking that there's a
it is?
that supposedly can make you into some sort of man or more.
I mean, is this satire? Because I've literally seen people have, I mean, maybe this video is, but like, I've literally seen people have these exact camps and charge thousands of dollars. Like, Andrew Tate literally had one of these. Minus the exercise. I mean, he might have, I feel like I low-key remember him like doing some like exercise or physical fitness tests to like weed them out or something, but nah, this is real. This is real.
Masculine, the next man, hold you accountable, feed you all the good foods, and put you in front of businessmen that can grow you. It's make-believe. Like, nobody would ever believe that something like this really exists, right?
Who wants it? Who wants it? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hurry up, keep moving. Hurry the up. Project is a 75-hour experience that's mentally and emotionally tough.
So this is for dudes who are too scary to actually go to the military and actually commit to something. Like basically like a fake Navy SEALs training. That's what this looked like. Let me guess. This is a former Marine that runs the program or something, right?
You've got to trust the process.
Get out of your f***ing head. Focus on one evolution at a time.
Oh, this is real. This is the Modern Day Night Project. This is a $12,000 camp that's 75 hours.
See, I told y'all, thousands. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's like they want the feeling of feeling like they're doing something. They want the imagery of it without actually committing, and they're so spineless that they won't actually go to the place to get actually tried, right? And you know how I feel about the military, but I'm just saying, like, you want to be a Navy SEAL so much that you will pay for the training like one. You'll pay $12,000 instead of going to do it for free and actually proving yourself. Like, I don't know.
Or is it supposed
I just
to make
find that
somebody
pathetic.
become more masculine or something like that? I don't know. It's day camp for men. What they claim on their website is your family deserves the best version of you as a leader, husband, and father.
And you're gonna do that in 72 hours? Okay. The logic. So instead of you putting that $12,000 into your family, a business, your community, something, you think you're gonna become a man in 72 hours. I hate to break it to y'all, but if you're not a man already, at that point, a man, whatever that means, you're definitely not gonna become that at 72 hours, King. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it ain't happening.
Apparently you can get that at their camp for the low price of $12,000.
18,000.
And apparently you can get that at their camp for the low.
But the project is $18,000. But the cost of not experiencing the project and not becoming the leader, husband, father you're meant to be is much more expensive in the long run. Oh my God. They got this shit down to a science. Bro, I've always said, I've said this about Andrew Tate. I've talked about this multiple times. Like, the man created the problem. He was literally pimping out women as cam girls to extract money from insecure men. And then started calling those men insecure, lame, brokies, you're never gonna be anything, you're worthless, and then start selling them the solution with his courses. Oh yeah, if you increase my visibility and post my content, then you can get paid for that by making me cooler, richer, giving me more exposure, right? Giving me even more credibility. If you work for me in my Telegram group, then you can make money off of me, and then you can get rich, and then you can pimp girls out as your cam girls, and then you can become a man. And then once you get that money from that, then you could come pay for my Cobra Tate boot camp, so I can tell you how worthless you are to your face in person after you pay me thousands of dollars. And then maybe, just maybe, you'll get the tiniest bit of validation after being humiliated for days upon weeks of time at these boot camps that I do. That's literally the Andrew Tate method. It's like everybody else just copied that blueprint, and it's just been crazy ever since.
Low price of $12,000. Many men are secretly fighting a battle within them that no one knows about. I know this personally because I was one of those men. Oh my God. This is tough.
And what battle is that? I love how they never give details on stuff.
If you paying $18,000 for a 3-day alpha male boot camp, brother, it might be over. Let's actually think about this shit. You're paying $18,000 for 3 days. It takes you 10 weeks to build a habit. What the hell is 3 days gonna do?
10 weeks. 10 weeks.
The reason why every branch in the military, except the Air Force, has at least a 10-week basic so they can ingrain the habits in you. I just don't know why people can't be themselves. You're spending $18,000 to try to be this alpha male. I just feel like if you go into an alpha male boot camp, you're trying to be something that you're not. And if you be yourself, you'll probably be way happier.
I'm going to be serious for a little second here.
But they don't want to be themselves. They want to be what someone else tells them to be. This is why all these dudes that's like, oh, I'm alpha, I'm so different, I'm such a leader. And it's like, but yet you were following what other people are telling you a man is. How much of a leader are you if you have to define yourself by what someone else is telling you to be? That's literally the opposite of a leader. Like bro, I just they literally make no sense. Like, oh yeah, I'm a leader, I'm different, I don't follow anyone, but I'm gonna follow these other people and define myself according to their terms. Yeah, bro. Oh, okay. Sure.
Men do have a lot of problems in today's society. They're seeking some sort of purpose. And if you look at all the statistics behind male loneliness, males needing some sort of relationships, them getting into...
Over 60% of young men are currently single. What year is that? Sexual intimacy is at a 30-year low across genders.
Intimate relationships later.
Not surprising.
Later. Not finding anything that fulfills them. I think that these are real situations and issues.
Wait, what are we blaming for that? Because I gotta blame religion for that to some extent, because our society and religions absolutely demonize sexuality, right? And it's so demonized that the men are judging women for being sexual, but they also want sex from women. So it's like it's this weird like feedback loop of like judgment, and it's not just men too, it's both genders. Sexuality is demonized, but like it's like this number one, the incel red pill movement is definitely contributing to it in some way. But I definitely feel like we gotta blame the religion to some extent, because number one, people can't view sex in a way that's healthy at all. There's no like, look at the pornography addiction. People's perception of sex is completely skewed, and then there's this lack of even platonic interaction with women, let alone romantic. So it's like, how can you really expect, between the red pill movement, between the misogyny, between women not being trapped in relationships or having to get with men for survival and being able to provide for themselves, that takes out a whole segment of women that may have otherwise just been there to be sexual servants for men, where women aren't as much having sex with men just to survive, as a part of a relationship where she needs that man to survive, so she's going to do what he wants. I feel like that alone has taken out a lot of women that maybe previously men were like damn near guaranteed to get a woman just off of being a man, getting paid more, having a job, and providing. That's not good enough. Women are deciding to not be in relationships, which means they're either having sex casually, like on their own terms, or maybe not at all. And it's like that we're dealing with the shift of like men going from, oh, I'm guaranteed to have a woman if I just have a good job and provide, to, oh, I need to have emotional intelligence. Oh, like I need to actually like not be misogynistic and fix some of my attitudes towards women. Or, oh, I have to look at women as human beings and not as property or incubators or stay-at-home moms. Like, that is going to take, to me, generations to shift that mentality. So right now we're in a transition phase where men are being resistant to that. The standards being raised. To me, the standards for you to even get a woman in a relationship where you can't be sexual is a lot higher than before. The bar was in hell before. It was just be a man, have a job. Like, keep in mind, women were just within the past 100 years able to get, and it's probably less than that, probably 75 years or 50. But women are just recently have been able to get their own bank account and like own their own property. Like, we're not too far off from those rights just being given. So I think a lot of people's expectations were based on what was back in the day. In current day, both people have to work. So it's not gonna be like your woman's just sitting at home doing nothing all day waiting for you to get there and your personal sex doll. She's out there working. Her energy might fluctuate. She might have her own things going on. It's like, it's so many different things that men have to deal with now that they didn't have to deal with before. And I think some of them having a very hard time accepting that. Yeah.
Needing some sort of relationships, them getting into,
and not knowing how to interact with women on a human level. Like, a lot of these men don't want partners in relationships. They want a bot. They want an NPC. They want someone that, like a lot of them say, submissive. They don't want nobody to talk back. They don't want anyone to have an opinion. They just want you to do exactly what they want you to. Like, a lot of them will say, oh, well, my mom this, my grandma that. But it's like, mom and grandma might have been in a position where they had to depend on a man. Just socioeconomically. So now that women aren't as dependent on men, those dynamics have changed with what they expect. So instead of some of these men reaching or raising their own bar or their own standards or changing or evolving, they're resisting. And like, you know what? Oh, that's why I think this red pill incel movement. Oh, forget women. Forget this. Forget their standards. Forget da 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 da. So they're to themselves. Some of the men who are adapting, oh, they can get women. But I also think the problem with like sexuality being demonized, if religion and kind of perception wasn't at play, I would think it'd be healthy for men to pay for sex. I think it should be legal for someone, if they want to pay, if it's consensual and people are of age, someone should be able to pay for sex, because to me, it's a human need. But it's so much judgment around it. And I think that's why we're getting so many bitter men, or one of the reasons we're getting so many men that's bitter, angry, hateful, because y'all need some type of sexual engagement. But it's like, I saw a post the other week. Someone was talking about how one of their guy friends told them, they were like, why do some of these men play games and pretend like they want a relationship with a woman? They said because the relationship you have, or the sexual interaction you have with a woman when she loves you, feels different than when there's no love there. So some of them pretend like and string along or lead on these women into making them think that they like them or love them. So in a real manipulative way, so that they can experience the sexual interaction the way they want, rather than one that's purely transactional. And I was like, maybe that's why some men have a problem outside of this typical judgments. Maybe that's why some of them have a problem with paying for sex, because they want to feel love without actually doing the work to make someone feel loved or make someone feel like they're in love with them. So that's just a little thing that I was like, maybe that's part of the reason why. Outside of like, oh, you're paying for sex, you're lame. Personally, I don't think it is. I'd rather someone pay for it and be healthy mentally than have all that pent up energy and it start turning into anger and resentment and all that. Like, bro, do what you gotta do, gang. It is what it is.
Relationships later, home ownership later, not finding anything that fulfills them. I think that these are real.
Wait, what's this?
Later, home ownership.
Women make up the second largest group of homeowners behind married couples.
Later, not finding anything
not surprising.
That fulfills them. I think that these are real situations and issues that men face on a day-to-day basis. And I think if you look at the way that society looks at men and men's mental health, there's some cause to pause here. I don't necessarily disagree with what he was saying, that men are fighting a battle inside themselves. And truth be told, it's finding out who you are really in society instead of being someone else. But that may be another conversation for another day. I believe that all these things are true. The problem is, I don't think that you can pay $12,000 camps and feel like you're gonna come out as some sort of man.
After you make X amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you look at these studies done on this, it does not.
I don't fit no fucking studies.
It does not hugely improve a person's life.
Oh, you so different.
Who the fuck
Bro,
you are?
Why
look at, are you proud? If you look in the mirror, would you guys say this motherfucker's proud of who the fuck he is? Pull your fucking shirt
because
off
I've been,
and tell me you're fucking proud
because
of yourself.
I've been to fucking prison.
Jesus Christ,
because
look
I've been
at
to
you,
prison.
Bro. You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits.
No, they go to prison where they get fucking.
Fuck yeah,
where they get
do.
raped up the ass.
You've never been to prison. Look,
that's
you
what
talking about
happens.
shit you don't know.
They go to prison where they get raped.
Now you get your ass beat in front of everybody.
You think that that's better? You think that that's better?
See, I think the problem
wow.
with a lot of these guys from these
that's
spaces
toxic.
is that they try to prey on the lowest common denominator people that have funds, not necessarily endless, but definitely are trying to find some way to take.
Like, dude, at a certain point, like the I don't know, common sense gotta kick in. $12,000 or $18,000 for 3 days. There's no way you're justifying that. There's no way. What are they doing for you that you can't do for yourself? Have some fucking discipline. Go take yourself in the woods and sit there and meditate. I don't know. Go be in nature. Go journal to yourself. Get some therapy. Something. You can do that for way less than $12,000 for 3 days. If you got that type of money to spend, you can go across the world, go travel the world, go get to know people or something. I don't know. There's way better things you could do with that type of money. And you could do it yourself. It's like that alone just shows how undisciplined you are, to where you need to pay someone else to put you through something that you could put yourself through. Like, what?
Upward mobility in life. These guys have real insecurities, have real depression, and fight real battles inside themselves. And these guys know I can tap into those pockets and get what I want out of you. And not to make this a gender thing, but I think that these men have way more insecurities than a lot of women these days. One of the main problems is that they're consuming disgusting content. When you lack guidance, you start to look for different places and spaces that might validate some of your already warped beliefs. And that leads you to these content creators who are trying to sell you a product. They disguise it as good content and peddle you bullshit on top of it just to say that you gain something out of it by buying their course or whatever the case may be. Or you got content creators who are just playing on insecurities, and that can be even nastier.
How many inches does my junk need to be considered a man? Minimum.
What? What kind of... Oh my God. Bro, I'm so concerned for the... Let alone the people that's men, the younger people that's consuming this content. Oh my God. What is it doing to their brain? This is literally brain rot. What kind of question is this, bro? It's literally just shock value content.
I'm 7 inches, bro. What do I do if I have a small?
Listen, bro, first you need to accept that you have a small. Anything under 7 inches, your is small. You need to start training it. You need to start taking the proper supplements. You need to start
supplements.
You need to be training your junk, bro, so you can make it bigger.
I've never in my life heard another man tell another man to train their dick in order to become a better man. Maybe I can give him some leeway. Maybe he's talking about the insecurities that men do have when it comes to penile size based off of social media. And even though there are women on a daily basis that come out and say that they don't prefer people over a certain size.
What's been the smallest?
Like 2 or 3 inches. Wow. Yeah, no, and I actually really enjoyed it. Like, some girls will appreciate it, and you know, it's about how you work it, not the size of it. You know? It's coming from a porn star.
So maybe if that's the message, I can get it. I can get it. That can be the only thing bad about this guy's content, right?
How many do you think a man needs to make to be happy?
Oh God, how much does a man?
Significantly happy, 8 figures plus. I'm not there.
8 figures? There's no way he's even making 8 figures, please.
Quite yet, but once you start making at least...
Oh, so he said he's not even there. Okay.
7 figures, you will see like your life starts to change. You have the freedom to go wherever you want.
Your life is going to change before 7 figures. That's just a statistical fact. It's like at a certain point, if you do your research, your lifestyle change, it starts to plateau. Like after you cross over a certain amount of money. And it's definitely within 6 figures. It's not even 7. It doesn't even take 7 figures for your life to change.
Pay your parents' bills, them have an enjoyable life and still do whatever you want to do. But I think you're going to experience true financial freedom once you start to make at least $10 million a year or not.
10 million.
The problem with these sorts of content creators is that they found a way to fill a need in
society. It doesn't take $10 million a year to have financial freedom. Like, what?
Society. If you can look at all those statistics behind the plight of the man today and create some sort of idea or some sort of solution to them, you can feed it to them via content. And so then you go out and you jack yourself up, you get your fake veneer, you put on your H&M turtleneck and you stand in front of the Eiffel Tower with the last bit of money that you had and you edit things so your chain looks more glistening, and you have the nerve to tell everyday people that the only way that you'll achieve some sort of happiness is once you receive 8 figures. And then they have the nerve to say, yo, I'm not even there yet. So if you're not there yet, I guess you're not truly happy, which is a stupid ideology to really be putting out there. At least like sell the fact that you're happy. I don't know, but it's all in a way to sell a product. What's crazy is these guys are themselves creating a problem that only their product, quote unquote, can solve. Not only did people looking into their content already have underlying insecurities, now their insecurities are pushed to the highest degree. Sure, you may have felt like your body didn't look the best. Now this person is telling you that your your body needs to look even better. Sure, you may have felt like you were making good money, but now you need to make way more money. That is an outrageous amount of money that he told people that they need to make in order to experience happiness. I don't even know why anybody would listen to a person like this. All these content creators that start their content with "you need" and "if you're not" are terrible people. These aren't real therapists. These aren't real counselors. These aren't really helping people. These are instilling insecurities. And I hate that I'm gonna get a comment section filled with, "I don't know, man, Fresh and Fit really helped me out," or "such and such really helped me out."
Yeah.
That 1 out of a million story for somebody that's probably already on the path doesn't really move me in the direction of saying that this person is a positive person, especially if I am somebody who is already what I deem to be successful, or somebody that I already deem to be somewhat happy or on the path to happiness. Now have to move my bar even higher because some bozo on the internet told me that the bar that I originally had doesn't really mean happiness at all. This is no different than what the fashion industry used to do back in the day, like the early 2000s, where they would put those abnormal pictures of the human body up there and call it fashion models and stuff like that, and had a bunch of young ladies insecure about their body. And then we seen a crisis.
Yeah, them girls would be starving themselves.
Go across America where people were experiencing things like bulimia.
It's like, I just don't understand, like, how did people ever find that attractive, bro? Like, I know the beauty centers have changed, but it's like, what was ever giving about being like sticks and bones skinny?
And anorexia, we couldn't figure out why. Well, we knew why. The people that were advertising in front of them were painting the picture as to what sexy was, what attractive was. And now we're seeing in real time when the media paints the picture for you that's not realistic, people chase those things to an unhealthy extent. It's happening on the men's side just like it happened on the women's side. A lot of people would say that this content has some sort of place on the internet, and I would probably agree at some point in time. Trust me, I think that a lot of people do need guidance or just opinions that may be able to help their life. I take cooking advice online, take clothing advice online, take financial advice online too, stuff that makes sense within the bounds of what I can control. However, people can only regurgitate these talking points so many times before they have
to. Skinny's always been in. I know, but it's like, I just never understood it.
To up the ante like any other one-upping culture. So when FitX Fearless gets people to call into his Instagram, he finds a whole new way to take things to another level.
6 feet 270 right now.
Oh, that's
270?
Well, my numbers are high in the gym.
Cares. You take your shirt off. Let's see what you look like, and then you can put it back on. A bit.
Come on, bro. You're a grown-ass man. You just took your shirt off for another man because he told you to do it? I swear, I tell y'all, these dudes got humiliation kinks. How else do you explain this? So you actually gonna listen to him so he can shame you? Stop, bro. Stop.
Your stomach is hanging past your belly button. Look at your stomach.
Like, you might as well pay a sex worker to just humiliate your ass in private. Or something. Like, at least you get something out of it. What do you get out of this?
Let your body go.
Public shaming.
Bro, look at your physique. Bro, your body is pretty bad. Yeah. We got a whole lot of work to do.
People used to praise Kevin Samuels for doing this, and I thought this was the stupidest content as well. While some of these things may have affected these people's dating lives or how much money they may make, their physical appearance, or whatever the case may be, ultimately, what I found in my real life is that people have personal issues, mental issues, personality issues that hinder them from dating. A lot of the time, it has nothing to do with the physical attraction. You can find a good person being ugly, but a lot of times these people tend to focus on the physical and the material that a lot of people, men, can produce, and this is where the problem lies.
5'10", how much do you weigh?
Uh-oh. I weigh about
what?
Depending on the day, between 280 to 285.
Bro said depending on the day. I'm sorry, that's just funny. But I've been said this, the men that calling the Kevin Samuels love getting humiliated. And people always be like, oh, but Kevin Samuels was just as mean to the guys as the women. As if that makes it any better.
So you're a fat fucker. So you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like 400 every 2 weeks.
So you make 400 every 2 weeks. So you make 800 a month. You make less than $10,000 a year. Okay.
But how many 20-year-olds was him?
Hold on. Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making far more money than that. In the 80s, where minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. You got a big dick?
Huh?
You have a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron.
Bro trying to get this nigga to serve out some broke nigga dick. That's crazy.
Jeremy,
No. I asked you if you had a big dick.
I mean, the delivery is terrible. Even the idea that the first portion of
I'm telling y'all, these dudes just like seeing other people get humiliated, and they like getting humiliated themselves. Yeah, I remember that.
Talk about is the physical is also terrible. Somebody may come with a weak argument in my comment section saying, oh, well, you know, Omar, the physical is the first thing that somebody sees. Sounds like that's the only thing they ever talk about, though, is the physical appearance, the physical appearance, the physical appearance. Never anything about how you can contribute to society, have intellectual conversations. Are you a kind person? Any of the personal things about you that may be able to help you.
No, trust. They do bring up the money. They do bring up the social status. But here's the thing, though. So what happens when you get your money up, you get your social status up, you get your physical appearance up, and your goal while doing that is to attract someone to you based off of that? Can we just let people have the expectation that when they do that, that they're not surprised by the type of interaction they get? That's all I'm asking. Stop sitting here shaming women because y'all want to go after a certain type of woman. Because y'all want to go after the women that are attracted to only the physical appearance, the social status, and the money. You can't have it both ways. You can't do all those things trying to attract someone based off of those materialistic and superficial things, and then get mad when you get a person that wants you because of materialistic and superficial things. That's all I'm saying.
Regard things that'll have you building long-lasting meaning.
And don't throw all women into that category because that's what you're trying to attract. Like, maybe if you worked in your personality, maybe if you worked in your mental health, maybe you could attract someone that's on the same wavelength. But you attract what you are. Let's keep it a buck.
Meaningful and valuable relationships outside of just, hey, I'm physically attractive, you're physically attractive, let's hook up, and end up in these situations that a lot of these rappers, ball players, and all these other people that get taken advantage are in. You know, something more substantial.
If you're making anything under $50,000 a month, you're not a man. I'm sorry. Life starts at $50,000 a month.
Oh,
at $50,000
brother.
a month, you can afford to do whatever you want. Everything isn't so much about
Wait, didn't you say it was like 10 million? What happened?
and now you can take care of your family. Let's keep it a buck. The reason why
And this is very dependent on where you live at too. He giving all this general
guys
advice.
complain about life is so hard and I got this many kids, it's because you can't afford it. How much government assistance are you getting with that 1 or 2 child that you got, and then you complaining about life is so hard? Yeah, bro, you could have 10 kids if you can afford it. You're just poor. It's okay.
In one instance, he goes from $50,000 a month, which is $600,000 a year, to $10 million a year.
He said 50,000 a month.
The grift that I'm talking about.
Okay.
One-upping culture on top of one-upping culture. You go from the looks to the material, and that's all they ever talk about. And then you have men going out there sacrificing their late teens, their early 20s, or even their 30s, where they could be building longing, meaningful, lasting relationships in the pursuit of money. And they go out there and they chase the physical to never really obtain it, because there might be 0.001% of people that make 10 million a year. And then once they never obtain it, they look back and say, man, I did all this for money. Sometimes it was illegal, and I didn't get there and nothing to show for it.
How to make your first
brother.
Guys, being a successful man, part of that is making good money, right? And this is exactly what you need to do. Number one, you have to first.
I think these dudes like low-key be attracted to the men that they get humiliated by. I have a theory. Not all, but some of them, I think they attracted to them. It doesn't even have to be in like a homoerotic or sexual way, but it's like, I feel like they look at these men, they're like, I like how he looks. I want to be like that, so I'm just going to listen to everything he says. If that makes sense. Because like, if I'm taking away what he says, service level, okay, he got muscles. He looks pretty good. If you're a guy, you're probably thinking, oh yeah, he get all the girls. Okay, he got money too. So it's like they are attracted to that. And then they get like brainwashed by someone's appearance. And then it's funny because you'll see some of these men get mad at women for not going just off of appearance. But with them, they get mad at women for going off of appearance. The logic is very interesting. Because all that lets me know, like, you'll see a man on the Pop the Balloon shows or the dating shows. He look okay. not, let's take the looks out of it. Let's just say the man say he has a good job. The women reject him. Oh, these women, they just don't know what they want. See, these women don't want a good man. He got a good job. What more could you ask for? And it's like, okay, just say that you would fuck just because a nigga got a good job. Like, just keep it a buck. That's how y'all really feel. But it's like y'all trying to mask it by saying, oh, these women they're never gonna get with anyone. They're single. It's like, damn, if you want the nigga yourself, just go for him. Shit.
First, ask yourself.
Y'all, like, it's crazy. In one breath, they complain about women only caring about superficial things and all these other things, right? Oh, you don't care about who they actually are, the person. And then y'all tell the woman that she need to drop all her standards just because a nigga got a good job. Okay.
How can you solve people's problems? That's all money comes down to. Solving people's problems. On a larger scale, the more people's problems you can solve, you don't have to ever worry about money. I'm helping you become better with women, become, a higher value guy, doing the self-improvement. I can help men on a larger
Kevin
scale.
Samuel's son.
You need to figure out what you're a master at or what you can become a master at.
Okay.
So you can solve people's problems.
So you're a master at helping men. Okay. He got it, bro.
Then once you do that, you need to build authority. You need to give value for the next 2 to 3 years until you build your name up. And by that time, you'll be making good money.
Man, if I would have known it was that easy, I would have been making good money a long time ago. Look, we've seen on this channel time and time again where people go down these rabbit holes chasing this materialistic way of finding success, and they ultimately never achieve it, only to find out in due time that the person selling success was really selling a whole lie. I think a lot of the time these people get preyed on because they want to uplift their lives. And I think that in today's society, it's no secret. People do want better. You're always yearning for things that you don't have. The way the economy is set up right now, the way this social media is set up right now, people are always going to yearn for more. But as you grow older, as you mature, you'll realize that you didn't need these superficial things. Hope it's not costing.
I hear what he's saying. Thought this was going in 2022. I laughed so hard listening to the first guy. First guy's awkward around women IRL and won't look you in the eye. Talk about he gonna take somebody bitch. I'm featured in an Omizi video. Wait, who is this? Is this one of the guys selling a course? Wait, where he at? I want to see. But look, let me know what y'all think in the comments. I think this is sad. I think it's pathetic. Please don't be that guy, right? Oh, nah, okay. That's not him. He's safe. I was just trying to make sure he wasn't one of the grifters. But yeah, this is sad. It's pathetic. I hate to see it. I hate to see people getting taken advantage of. At the end of the day, a lot of these guys just need help. They need therapy. They need someone to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Interested in seeing any of these alpha males have a conversation with David Goggins? Wait. Is that the one that was in the military? As a dude who used to consume this kind of content, getting a girlfriend genuinely made me realize I was becoming an incel and these dudes are extremely dumb. Dudes looks and sounds like a they them. He ain't taking nobody chick. Dang. That's crazy. Yeah, I remember seeing something about that guy. That's not surprising. But look, man, y'all make sure I leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna do more of this type of content, more the conversational type vibe. And you know, I really do this to hear from you guys and hear what y'all think. Y'all let me know in the comments. Make sure you drop a follow to all the socials, the links pinned in the comments in the description. Until next time, we're out.